Hi there, it's Mary from stampingmary.stampinup.net. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's video features the Garden Birdhouses stamp set, which is in the annual catalogue from Stampin' Up, the 2021 annual catalogue. You'll find it on page 107 of the catalogue. Here it is, the stamp set. It's got very, very lovely imagery, great for colouring, which is what we're going to do a little bit of today with this card, and it is a really easy card to put together. So let me show you the supplies. So I've got a piece of Pool Party cardstock, and I've just cut it in half and then scored and folded. Then I have a piece of Designer Series paper. Now this is from the Pattern Party collection. This is a host rewards stack of Designer Series paper, and it's huge. So if you're interested in hosting a party, this is one of those items that you can purchase, and it's really amazing, really amazing. So that's the other side of it, but we'll go with that same tone on tone of Pool Party. I also have already gone through and embossed another piece of basic white for the back here. Can you see that embossing right there? I'll bring it up slightly. Yeah, you should be able to see that right there. So I've done that with the checks and dots small embossing folder. Now this is designed to fit in the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, or the mini boss as I call it, and I've just cut it to fit across the size of my paper there, just to give a little bit more dimension to the card. I've also gone ahead with Highland Heather, and I have heat embossed with white embossing powder the sentiment of hello, which is of course that one right there. So let's go ahead and do some stamping and some colouring with our Stampin' Blends. So bring in a piece of basic white cardstock and our two stamps that we're using. So I'm going to cut these out with the circle dies. We'll just go ahead and stamp these up first, so make sure you can see what I'm doing. Yes. Great set for colouring. Great set for colouring. Just there. And then that is a little bit crooked actually. Let's turn that one over and start again. My stamp is crooked on the block. That is the beauty of having two sheets to the side of paper. So let's go ahead and ink that up. That's better. That is much better. And that was with that was with Memento Black, and I'm using the soft suede for the pole, the birdhouse. Just pop that there. We're not going to use it all. We're going to be cutting this out anyway, so that's okay. So our circle die will come through once we finish colouring and cut out like that. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of colouring. So I'm using my crumb cake Stampin' Blend first, just to colour that one. And then I'm going to come in with my Highland Heather. I'll go with Highland Heather Light just to colour in that little door. I probably should leave it plain, right? But I decided I want to have a colourful birdhouse. And I'm going to use the dark to do these little pieces here and there. So I'm just doing the trim with the dark. This would be great to use watercolor pencils as well for this one. I haven't used my watercolor pencils for ages, but this would be great. I'm just putting the crumb cake back down the bottom there, and I'm going in with my dark Pool Party on the roof to bring in slightly darker here, and then I'm going to put the light in. Highland Heather and Pool Party. I like those two colours together. And then I'm just going to use my light Pool Party to colour. I'm only putting a little bit of colour down there because I don't want it to be too much. And just through there. There we go. You can colour it any colour you like. So I'm going to bring in my mini boss, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine right now. And we're going to cut out that circle. Put that on there. And I'm going to go slightly off center because I want a little bit more on that side. That should do it. Right. There you go. And ahead of time I've already gone out and cut a piece of Highland Heather with the that's the scalloped circles dies, and these are just the plain circles dies. Tombow on there. And let's attach our embossed piece just across the middle. And I'm going to attach this just with, this is on dimensionals, and I'm just going to pop some glue straight through the middle here. I just don't want, should I put it straight onto there? I don't want, yeah, there we go. I've just gone slightly to the right there so that there is room for that sentiment to come in. Oops. Should give that a couple of minutes to set, I suppose. And that's better. And then just on there, I've already put the dimensionals on there. I used the Tasteful Label dies to cut that out. And with the white embossing powder, heat embossed on Highland Heather cardstock. There we go. There we are. And just to finish it off, some of the In Colour 2021 In Colour jewels. I've actually gone with the, I love these. I just love them. I just can't stop using them. I'm actually using the colour that's the Evening Evergreen. I just like that darker pop against the Highland Heather. I debated about adding some ribbon, and I decided not to. So let's attach this to our base now. So I've made my cardstock the same length as the Designer Series paper, the same length as my cardstock, and then I've just taken off half a centimetre each side, just to so attaching it with some Tombow. A bit more wiggle room that way if you need to get it a bit straighter. And there we go. For some reason I always find it easier to hold it up. Make sure it's straight. Yes, it is. Perfect. There you have it. Garden Birdhouses stamp set. Super easy card to make. I hope you enjoyed that video. I have put a link to all the products that I've used in the description bar below. Thank you so much for joining me today and have a great and crafty day. Bye.